All right, good day everyone. We're going to spend some time on inequalities today. We're going to work on what some of the words mean, and then we're going to solve some inequalities. So let's get at it, and here we go. So the words, what do the words mean? Well, you've hopefully by now memorized what that mathematical symbol is. That mathematical symbol means greater than. And hopefully you've memorized what this mathematical symbol means. It means less than. Whichever of the many ways we've talked about memorizing it, hopefully you've got one of those listed down. Now there's going to be some more that comes at you. So write these down, pay attention to this video, keep these notes, study this, because there's some other words that are going to be used to mean greater than a number. If they say something is at a minimum, they're talking about greater than. Because the minimum it can be is something, let's say it's 50. If the minimum is 50, then whatever it is going to be greater than 50. Or if I do this another way, if the minimum is 50, it means greater than 50. That's the minimum. It's going to be something more than that. And on that, you'll use an equal to as well. Because the smallest it can be is 50. If you see the words at least, if something is at least 100, that means that's the least it can be. So the smallest it can be is 100. It's going to be more than that. Likewise, if something's going to be no fewer than 8 hours, so no fewer than, if something's going to be no fewer than 8, so it might be 8, it might be equal to 8, but it's not going to be fewer than that. It's not going to be smaller. It's going to be greater than 8. It's kind of a hard thing to wrap their mind around. It does take having thinking cap on. The minimum means it can be that number or more. At least means it's going to be more than that. No fewer means greater. Exact same with the opposites of that. So if something is going to be at a maximum 50, I'm going to give you a maximum of $50. Well, if the maximum is going to 50, that means it's going to be something less than or equal to 50. And then like at least was this one, if it's at most 10 hours, if the most it's going to be is 10, it might be equal to 10, but it's going to be less than that probably. And finally, the opposite of no fewer, it's going to be no more than. No more than 8. Let's say, it could be 8. It's not going to be more than that. It could be 8. If it's not more than, no more than, just don't use the more than. Use everything except the more than sign. I'm not going to use the more than. I'm going to use the less than. Those words, what those means, it's a little difficult to kind of wrap the brain around it. It's after you have lots and lots of experience with them that you know that. And until then, just pause this video and write down those notes and have that known, have that ready and ready to work on it. We solve inequalities today of the kind like this. And the fun part about teaching this is there's not much for me to say. You already know how to do it. It's exactly like solving equations. If x plus 8 is less than or equal to 10, all we have to do is subtract 8 from both sides. So that x is less than or equal to 10 minus 8 is 2. You'll want to write every step on these. You'll want to write it down. They get complicated in time, and so we just want to make sure we get it right here. Let's see, y minus 7 is bigger than or equal to 3. If that's the case, then we add 7 to both sides so that y is greater than or equal to 10. Or if we say that c plus 3 is greater than or equal to -2, we minus 3 from both sides, and c all by itself is greater than whatever our calculator tells us, -5. Now that works exactly the same. It doesn't matter what side the variable is on. Negative 10 less than or equal to x plus 6. Minus 6 from both sides. This number becomes negative 16 less than or equal to x. And then like we did before, we can move the x over, change this sign so that the bigger part, we make sure the bigger part is still next to the x, negative 16. So all numbers bigger than or equal to negative 16. To make sure we did it right, pick a number that's bigger than or equal to negative 16. 0. Put 0 in. Is negative 10 less than or equal to 0 plus 6? Is negative 10 less than or equal to 6? Sure is, so we know we did it right. You can always put a number back in and check and see if that's the original. That's the work of today. That's what we work on today. That's the knowledge that we go over today. So thanks for watching. Thanks for paying attention. It's a little bit of an effort today. Need a little bit of thinking caps. Have a wonderful day.